What is up? What is up? Happy Monday, my fabulous, sexy, wonderful, glorious Facebook family. How is everybody going today? Thank you so much if you are joining me live. Thank you so much for all the replay watchers. I'm sending you so much love. You know how I do. If you are just seeing me for the very first time today, let me introduce myself. My name is Kylie. I'm Australia's emotional eating coach, and I am here to help you take control of your relationship with food, create a body and a life that you love so much you want to hug it, marry it, and kiss it. You know how I roll. And the very best part, do it all, bam, on your terms. I have just done a fabulous, fabulous live stream over on my fan page, and it was so much fun. So many of you all already joined me over there that I thought, I'm going to come and do it over here as well, because I want to tell you a little bit about it. I have been getting so many message requests from everybody, which is just glorious, glorious. Thank you so much for the people that have been sending through messages, because as I say, please do send through your questions and anything that you want to know, because I'm more than happy to help you in any way that I can, as you hear me say all the time. It's just the kind of girl that I am. But I've been getting all your questions, and what we were talking about today is self-limiting beliefs. Self-limiting beliefs, right? And really, it sounds very fancy, right? Like, well, I'm struggling with self-limiting beliefs, but all it is no different from an empowering belief. It's just that this particular one is holding you back. And the questions that I've been getting from you all are just really so frequently now revolving around this. Like, I'm really struggling to control myself around food. I'm really struggling to lose the weight. I'm really struggling that every time I do lose the weight, I fall back again. And so much of it revolves around self-limiting beliefs. So when we think self-limiting beliefs, right, it sounds very fancy, sounds very technical. How's it going? Michelle's in the house. So great to see you here, babe. But you know how we roll, right? It's like self-limiting belief. It's something we like to say to go, oh, I'm struggling with self-limiting beliefs. I know, right? But all it is any belief, right? Something that you basically plucked out of the air, decided that it's true for you, and then you lived by it. You live by it. You make it a rule, becomes your rule, and you live by it. So this is what we do, right? It's no different from an empowering belief, but that is good. So it's the same deal. You pluck something out the air, decide that it is true for you, and then bring it into your core, make it part of who you are, and you live by it. It becomes part of you. In many cases, it becomes part of our identity, right? Now, the struggle here is when it revolves around things like, oh, I can't control myself around chocolate. Don't bring chocolate into the house. I can't control myself around chocolate. That's how it was for me, right? And I just, like, as I was saying on my other live stream, I used to tell people up front, like when it was my birthday or something, I'd be like, don't give me chocolate. Do not give me chocolate, because I can't bring that food in the house. I can't control myself around it. That's what I would say, right? And I repeated this mantra to myself over and over and over until it became a part of my identity. It became part of who I believed that I was, right? So, for many, many years, family was, thank you, right? It's true. The likes and the loves and the shares. It's true. For many years, my family was forbidden from giving me chocolate and bringing any sort of sweets and things into the house. That was not allowed. If people did do it, then it was forbidden to stay in the house, because I truly, truly believed that I could not control myself around chocolate. So what do you think did happen when chocolate came into the house? Of course. Do you think I was sitting there going, no problemo? I can stay there for months. Doesn't bother me. Oh, I actually forgot it was there. No, I did not forget it was there. I was obsessed with it, because I had told myself for years and years and years. I had drummed it in. It was part of my identity. I believed it was who I was. I believed that I was the girl that can't control herself around chocolate. Oh, no, I can't control myself around food, right? So that's how it was playing out over and over and over again. You will never move past the level of your own limiting beliefs. You're always going to bump up against that ceiling, right? So it's how it rolls. What I really want you to sort of understand here is that your greatest growth happens somewhere between what it is that you want and what you're trying to avoid. That is like the X zone of where you're going to be making your progress. So don't give up in those circumstances, right? Don't fall away and run back and screw yourself away and just start scoffing down the chocolate going, yeah, I knew I couldn't control myself around that food. No. It's really easy to overcome, but the problem is when we take it into ourselves and we like cloak ourselves in it and we believe it really is who we are, and then we act it out, we have now reinforced it over and over and over and over again so many times that to try and escape that, it can be a little more challenging. Not impossible, nothing's impossible, but a little more challenging because it is part of who we believe that we are. It becomes like part of our identity. And you'll even like fight to the death for that. People go like, of course you can control yourself around chocolate. And I'll be like, you don't know who you're dealing with. You don't know who I am. Have we met? I cannot control myself around chocolate. I would argue with people and defend my self-limiting beliefs. So here it is, right? As we say again, if you're just joining me now, Stefan's in the house. How's it going? Yes. He says it's a full Australia's emotional eating coach experience. Is that what we're saying? It's so awesome to have you here. To everybody who's joining me live, I've got Iris here, everybody's here, Michelle's here. It's so great. Thank you so much to everybody who's joining me live daily. I do so love being with you, you know, and for all my replay watchers, sending you so much love and gratitude. But this is how we roll. Basically, a belief of any kind, empowering, self-limiting, right? It's something that you pluck out of the air, decide that it is true, and then make it part of who you are. You start living it out because you've just basically decided it's true. And as I said, when it's an empowering belief, fabulous, right? More power to you. Go your hardest. But when it's something that's going to hold you back, we've got to be smart and savvy and switched on and decide that is no longer acceptable in my life, right? Yeah, Stefan's saying so easy to defend our limiting beliefs because we'd rather be right than have to admit we need a change, right? Preach it, brother. Exactly. Exactly. And that's exactly what I used to do. So for so many years, chocolate was forbidden out the house. And if it did come into the house, oh, I totally would just pig out on it because it was who I believed that I was. I had repeated the mantra so many times that it was ingrained into my brain, right? And if so many of you are like, we're all the same, right? That's why we're here. There are certain things that we do, certain patterns that we run on repeat, and because it's who we believe that we are. The fact is, though, you chose it. You chose it. Now, is that a terrible thing? No, because it means you can choose a new one. At any time, we have the power to step up and go, well, that's no longer working for me. And as I say, get smart, get savvy, get switched on. Assess your beliefs, right? Do an assess checklist and go, here's the things that I believe about myself. I believe I am awesome in these 15 areas, and here's the things that I believe I suck at. And you can write it down and then assess them, people. Check it out. Is it even true? Is it valid? Is it empowering you? Is it taking you forward? Is it pushing you to where you want to go, or is it holding you back? Is it limiting you? Is it making you feel just a little crusty about yourself every single day, right? And you know how to say all day, every day, right? Think about it. We've got to be smart if we want to excel at being the best that we can be, being all we have for our lives. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So here's how it rolls, right? Yeah, Michelle's saying, why is it so easy to accept the negative mantras? Exactly, because we play them so much more often. And so it's so much, right? It's so very often that we feel a little embarrassed to say about how awesome we are. Why? I don't know why we should, but we do, right? It's not sort of socially acceptable to bounce out onto the street and say, I'm so awesome and fabulous in all these 15 areas because everybody else is miserable. You just want to be part of the crowd. Can I just fit in over here with all these other people that are complaining, and so we complain too. Yeah, I know, I ate another 15 chocolate bars last night. And we want to fit in. We want to be accepted. That's our way to feel loved very often, very, very often, right? But here's how easy it is to rewrite your self-limiting beliefs, right? Basically, do your belief assessment checklist. Write them down, check them out. Find the one, squirrel around in your brain, as you hear me say, squirrel around in there. Check out what is actually going on. Pluck out the ones you do not like. And as you heard me say at the very beginning, how did you create the original self-limiting beliefs? You plucked something out the air, decided it was true for you, and then you lived it out until it became part of your reality and you believed it was who you were. Just repeat the process. Repeat it. Do it again, right? Yeah, Michelle's like, yes, exactly. Pluck something new out of the air, right? Look back at examples in your life of other times you've excelled and gone, I was really good at X, Y, Z. That means I can also do, A, B, C over here, whatever it is, right? Pluck something new out the air, decide that it is true for you, and start repeating your new mantra over and over and over until that now overwrites the old patterns, becomes part of your new identity. So write it out, speak it out. Write it out, speak it out. Do it until it actually becomes, thank you for the love. Sending you so much love, Stefan. He's so beautiful. Do it until it becomes part of who you are. Do it until you wake up in the middle of the night and the words are just verbally coming out, right? Do it when you're walking down the street. Do it when you're watching TV. Do it when you're eating your dinner. Do not stop until it overrides your old patterns and you can't even remember that person that used to not be able to control themselves around chocolate. Who was that? I don't even know who that girl was. Start saying, I am empowered and I totally control myself around chocolate. I can have all kinds of amazing foods in my pantry because I nourish myself with love and kindness every day. I make my food choices from a place of thoughtfulness, kindness, and love towards myself. And repeat them, choose them, repeat them, choose them, repeat them over and over, all day, every day. So for everybody who's joined me live, I'm sending you so much love. Thank you so much. It's awesome to be with you guys. To everybody watching the replay, thank you again. And for everybody who has been sending me through your amazing questions and PMing me and leaving comments, I really do appreciate you like sending forward your questions and concerns to me, because I'm more than happy to help you. As you hear me say, more than happy to help you in any way that I can. Why? It's just the kind of girl that I am. So thank you again so much. And as I did sort of share over on my fan page, would be a little remiss if I didn't put it out there. If you are looking for some guidance, if you're looking for some support, if you are tired of the battle, if you're thinking, this is me, this is like, she's just, described the whole novel of my life, and you're looking for a way out, let me know. Contact me, send me a private message. We can talk about what the right course of action is for you to be taking, because I've been there. I know it. I spent 30 years of my life deep in the struggle, and I can tell you it was not a fun place to be. Not. Losing weight, gaining. I love myself. I knew I needed to love myself, so I would try and make the effort, but really deep down I still hated myself so much. I felt I was not acceptable. I was still so fat and ugly. I thought there was nothing about me that was even mildly okay. So do I know what it's like? Yeah. Very often I don't even, I don't talk. Sometimes when I do talk about it, it brings me to tears still, because do I know what it's like? Yeah, I know what it's like. I know what it's like, and I also know the way out. So feel free to contact me, send me a private message. I will help you. And to everybody who's joined me here live, I want to thank you and send you so much love. You know how we roll. If I'm coming to you from the future, if it's still Sunday night for you, let me assure you, you've got a fabulous day ahead of you, because I can tell you your week is looking fine. Now, the question to be asking yourself as you move forward into your new empowered week is, if I really, truly believed that I could do, be, and have anything, what would I say about myself today? How would I treat myself? What would I eat? How would I walk? What would I wear? I want you to ask yourself these questions. You can throw them in the comments box below and let me know. I'll be more than happy to come back and play with you here. We'll have a little Q&A together. More than happy to do that. But this is your number one key to moving out of that negative mindset. As we move forward to a fabulous week. Cannot wait for winter to be over here. Side note, to everybody who's got my warm weather, I'm coming for you. I'm bringing it back with me. So you know how we roll at the end of our live streams. I just want to share with you. Oh, Michelle says, how can you ever have thought that? Beautiful. Yeah, I know. And isn't it funny, right? I know Michelle says that. So she's, watching the live stream. She says, how could I ever not have liked myself or loved myself or thought that I was acceptable? And yeah, again, it is a long story, and one day I will share the whole thing with you. But yeah, honestly, it was the deepest struggle of my life to believe that I was acceptable in any way. I truly felt that I was the most hideous monster was the word I used to use to describe myself, that had ever walked the earth. Did not feel I was worthy of existing. I felt I was vile and disgusting from the inside out. So, again, I'll just tell you, yeah, do I know and understand what it's like? Do I understand the battle is real? Do I know what it's like to fight with my weight and fight with my self-image and self-belief and self-love? Yes. Yes. 100%. What other people see or what they, their opinions of you means nothing. Nothing if you don't love yourself. It's the biggest battle of all, right? So as we roll, as we wrap it up today, I just want to share with you, I'm coming at you with so much love today for you all. Thank you to everybody who's been here with me, because please do remember, if you remember nothing else from our talk today, the only person who has the power to change your life is you. And I really want you to get, you do have what it takes. See you tomorrow. Until then, bye for now.